I experienced 3 emotional stages while playing Pako 3. Stage 1, I didn't really like it. In the beginning, it felt clunky and slow, and my car just didn't react the way that I wanted it to. And while the perspective looked cool, it was hard to see the height differences in the map, and I didn't expect I was going to play much more of it. Then, Stage 2 hit, about half an hour later. There I'd unlocked a few different vehicles, I tried out a few different maps, and things just felt like they were starting to click. I was a bit more comfortable with the perspective, although it was still very challenging to see what was a border or a wall or where I could or couldn't go, but here I was starting to really enjoy myself. I had enough different cars that I could figure out the style and the stats of what I liked best, although I don't quite remember what all of them were. It was speed, strength, and control or something like that. But it was at this point I also started trying out different game modes. There was the main one that I'd spent most of my time, which was just driving around trying not to crash and die to the onslaught of oncoming police cars. Then there was a race where you'd zip around these different tracks with a bunch of other cars trying to complete it as fast as you could. There was also a getaway driver mode where you'd pick up these little guys that would sometimes shoot at the police cars while you were driving around, and your goal was to get them to a delivery point where they'd hop out of the car, and then you'd go and pick up some others and keep going until eventually you died. And then the last game mode was all about staying in a single place long enough to capture that point. Together or separated, they were all fun and enjoyable. But it was also right around this point when Stage 3 started to kick in for me. This was where I started to lose interest again. There was nothing driving me forwards, it was all just unlock some new levels and maybe some new cars, and for me, that wasn't enough to stay motivated and play more. While it has variety, I don't think it has quite enough. It's kind of just the same thing. You just drive around in circles and you try not to get hit about 3 times before your car explodes. Now, this is far from a bad game, but it's not something that I can see myself playing for more than an hour or 2 at most. All in all, the game plays smoothly and it works well. The controls, for the most part, feel great, even though the visual aspect of it is challenging, and sometimes I'll make it around a corner and I'll think that I've made it, but then it's actually bumping into it. But I mean, that's just from the weird perspective that it's got from it. But the more I played, the better I got at it, and the less that was a problem. But what ended up becoming a problem was that I wanted something to yearn for, and this game didn't have that. It was just, here's some more levels, here's some more cars, there you go. There was nothing to reach for, nothing that I wanted to achieve, and as a result, I could see myself maybe playing this for another hour or 2 at most, but other than that, I feel like I'm pretty much done with it at this point.